so we're going to go over a pull-apart toss. So with your pull-apart toss, the way that your body is when you go into this is typically around this area that I'm going to give you. I'll just give this to you here. You could play around with different ways and different places to originate that toss from. So I'm going to tuck this under my right arm, and it's my left hand that is grabbing at the tab here. So I'm just grabbing thumbs up toward the silk. And then I've got that tucked underneath that right armpit here. My right arm is going to go to mid-pull here. So I'm grabbing over the top of my pull. My thumb is facing down to that bottom butt. And you'll usually lean into this. So a lot of times I'm going to be in a lunge when I'm going into this toss. When you lean into it, just make sure you're not letting your body collapse over the top of it. Your body should still be lifted, and you should have a nice flat back. So that's how you're typically going to get into this toss. You might do fun things with your arms and your body to kind of get down to here. You can kind of play around with that. It's pretty fun. But this is where we're going to originate. So the pull-apart toss idea is that you're literally pulling apart your pole and your hands at the same time. So I'm thinking about pulling up with my right hand, and then my left hand is going to pull this down. And I'm going to think about my arms going down and then out. So I'm really thinking about pulling all the way apart as far as I can. All right, so from here, I'm going to be coming down and out, and then I'm pulling those arms apart for my release, and then I'll go into my catch after that. So we'll talk about the catch in a second, but we at least want to get the idea there going of what your release is going to look like. I also will usually add body to that release, just to help ground your body a little bit more for that toss and stabilize it. So when I'm doing my release, I'm going to snap my right foot in. So here we go. That was kind of a little preview of what your release is going to be. So I'm going to release that up, and you want to think not only about pulling apart, but that right hand really needs to come up as well when you go into this toss. That's going to be really important that it comes out and you're kind of releasing when this right hand's a little bit more up, and then completes out to the side as you pull it apart the rest of the way. If you totally release by letting it stay in that right hand too long, then you're going to end up with a toss that goes way over that way. So make sure that you're thinking about releasing when your hand is about here. Okay, so for my toss, when I go into the catch, when I come out of this, I'm going to step that right foot in. And you can do that in parallel or first position, whichever you want to do. Those are a couple options for you. But I'm going to catch at flat, so my right hand is going to catch under a tab. My left hand is going to catch over at bottom cheater, and I want those nice, strong, boxed out arms when I do go into that catch there. So if you wanted to play with your feet, you could do a pull in and do like a step out if you want when you actually go to catch. So it would be like, I'm here in my prep, I'm releasing, and I'm catching. So just some things that you can play with on that one. So let's go ahead and do your toss. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. So that is your front view. I do actually kind of catch a little bit further into myself most of the time. So you can play with that a little bit. I'm not quite all the way to my hidden shape, but I'm just about there, just underneath that a touch. So I'm now going to show you the back view of the pull-apart toss. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. So something that you can play with on your pull-apart toss is how high you can get that. So in this video, I have you grabbing at mid-pull. But if you wanted to make that toss a little bit smaller, you can just bring that grip a little bit higher on your pull here, where you're a little bit closer to the tab. Or if you wanted to make that toss super big, then you can pull it down even further here to like bottom cheater. You just gotta kind of lean into that a little bit more. Once again, not compromising that upper body as you do so, but that is something you can definitely do as well. You just need to keep an eye on your release arm, because you'll need to adjust the height of that and exactly where you're tossing to, so it's not, you know, sending 10 10 yards in the other direction. But that's something you could play with as you start to get the hang of your pull-apart toss. So when you're going into the release of this toss, another tip that you can keep in mind is keeping an eye on where your silk is in relation to your top butt here. So you want to make sure that if it looks like this could sweep down and catch the silk here, so you catch a sail, just be careful of that. What you can do is a really simple fix. All you have to do is rotate one way or the other so that you don't have any twist down here in your tab. If you can avoid that twist where it's just fully open and not twisting one way or the other, then you'll be able to bring that top butt down and out so it's nice and open and not catching any sail on the way down. So definitely keep an eye on that to kind of practice like avoiding those sails altogether when you go into that toss. And that is your pull-apart toss.